Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I didn't see you yesterday. I hope you had a wonderful Friday. All right, we are going to make sticky walnut muffins. These are really good, but they are messy. We need 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And this is only going to make 10 muffins, so you're going to have to grease a muffin tin, so make sure you grease just 10 of them. All right, we're also going to preheat the oven to 375. Now, they recommend to spray a 10 standard size muffin pan cups with vegetable cooking spray or line with paper liners. I have neither of those, so I greased mine. So now we're going to sit there and start putting things together. Like I said, 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to need bran flakes for this. You'll find it at a health food store or in a health food aisle, and they want 1 cup of these. Now, if you have to order it online, Bob's Red Mill has it. Now, if you want to know what the brand is, it's right underneath the husk of the wheat. I love the way they say just tear this. Yeah, I do that and it never gets torn. And we're going to add 1 cup of dark raisins. They're specific about this one that you want. They want dark raisins in this. And they want 3/4 of a cup of firmly packed brown sugar. All the way down to the salt. Okay. I'm using light brown, but if you just have dark brown, I have used both sugars on this. So it really doesn't matter. So when you ever get a recipe that just says packed brown sugar, you can use either one, unless they're specific about one. You need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm using this one because I haven't tried it with the other ones. I'm not going to try it with you, so look at it this way. Besides, I have to make my own. They have a teaspoon of mine that I make. All right, you need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And you need 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Yeah, I have to make my salt too. I just ran out of everything. Now they want us also to add to this mixture, they want us to add a 1/2 cup of coarsely chopped walnuts. We're going to add a tablespoon of wheat germ. Yes, you have the bran, but it doesn't have the germ with all those vitamins and minerals. This is why we're going to add a tablespoon to make sure we cover for that. And this is the powdered milk. You know, I'll add 2 tablespoons. Now we're going to mix all of this together. I know a lot of people don't use their hands, but I will use my hands. And make sure those raisins are thoroughly coated or they're going to drop to the bottom. And as you can see, mine are thoroughly coated. All right, we're going to put this to the side. We're going to need this again. Because we have to make a topping for them after they're cooked, not before. They want you to put the topping on after. All right, so I'm going to need another bowl. And we need a saucepan. All right, what they want now is 6 tablespoons of melted butter and cooled. No, I have to make some more butter. Modified butter. I have to use regular butter. Okay, well, I can do that. It's going to be melted. I have got some things I got to get my salt together. I've got to get my baking powder together, and I've got to get my modified butter together. I've got to get my oils together. I tell you, I'm running a little behind. 6. All right. I bet you're going to need butter in the next one. Oh God, yeah. Put it on a low flame to melt. You don't want to burn it. Okay, now we're going to need a measuring cup. Oh, God. What happened to them all? Okay, well, like I say, I do a lot of stuff in the kitchen, so we need 3/4 of a cup of milk. And we're going to add 1/8 to it. And remember, when they say eggs, they're automatically thinking large. That's standard. Okay, and we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla into this. Okay, let me see what else. Hold on, I have to read everything. Okay, we have to wait for the butter to melt. I'm going to beat this egg in here because I know when I add hot milk, because I'm not going to be cooling it, the egg can curdle if I don't beat it and do it just right. What do I need now? Oh. My honey crystallized, so what I'm doing is putting it in hot water to get it to melt again so I can use it. Most people will throw the crystallized honey out. You really don't have to. All you have to do is bring it back to its state where you can use it, and it'll be just fine. Butter's not done melting, but some of it was. Okay, let's see. What you'll need after this, we're going to need honey, more butter, and walnuts when we go to put the topping on after we get them out of the oven. my mother. You wait for the whole thing to melt. It takes a little longer. This is, she said, pour some off, but make sure that you know when you use it, you beat that egg in before you add it up, because then that it'll cook the egg, and you'll end up with curled egg, and it won't work in your baking. Like I always tell you, you're going to mix this with a fork, and you're not going to over mix it. They stay. You're going to make a well in the center of the flour mixture. You're going to add the milk mixture all at once, tossing with a fork until the dry ingredients are just moist. And then they underline it specifically, do not over mix. So it's not just me saying it, the recipes say it. And these are going to be heavy. I mean, you put the raisins, the bran, and also this is a heavy flour mixture here. But if you overmix your muffins, they will not rise at all. Always take the fork around and throw the flour mixture into the center. And then stir it around. That's it. Okay, we got that together. Now they want us to cook this 15 to 20 minutes. All right. All right, no, we have the other part we have to make. Sorry about that. You have to get that part ready next. See how much we're going to be putting in this. Okay. Well, we're still working on the honey. Okay, now I think this will work now. They want 2/3 of a cup of honey. 3 tablespoons of softened butter. Well, mine will get soft in a hurry, so I don't have to worry about that. Then they want, going back to the nuts again, they want a 1/2 cup of coarsely chopped walnuts. But they say at this point, if you do not have enough walnuts, you can use pecans or almonds, but it still has to be a 1/2 cup. Excuse me. What I like to do is when I break into one of my packages, my backup, I'll put it on my shopping list for the following week, so I always have my backups in there. So if I want to make something, I already have it there, because I know the ingredients that I use most of the time. When I get a recipe, like I found one that's needed rice vinegar, and I said, oh good, this sounds like a good recipe, I'm going to make it. And then I went and lost the recipe. It's in one of my cookbooks, I just can't find it right now. But at least I have it now in stock in my backup. So when I get to it, it'll be there. But that happens just sometimes. Like I said, I've got a lot of cookbooks. My husband and I love good food. And I love healthy food. If I'm going to eat, I want to stay healthy, you know, as the best I can. Things that people consider old people get, they say that's just aging. That's not aging. That is malnutrition showing. You can only do something to the body for so long, and then it's going to let you know. And it'll catch up to you. I was talking to a young lady. She works in a department store, and she works in the makeup department. And we were talking, and she said, oh yes, the skin rejuvenates every 7 years. I said, no it doesn't. I said, the whole body does that. It takes a whole 7 years every day for every cell from the inside out, this whole body, to replace every cell in it. It takes 7 years. It's a cycle of 7 years. It's not just for the skin. And she said, really? She didn't know. No, women worry about the outside. You should worry about the inside. Because the inside, when it starts going, it's going to start showing on the outside. So you really have to care for your body. And like I tell you, if you don't eat well throughout your life and you get older, as you get older and you don't feed these cells every day, when it's time for them to be replaced, the ones that are replacing them are not as healthy as the ones before. And after 7 or 8 cycles, I'm sure because you think about 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 7 cycles and people start getting sick. So it takes about 7 cycles, it seems, and some even shorter, some a little longer. I'm on cycle 10 because I'm 70. So it's what you feed your body. Oh, these are going to be sticky. I'm mixing it all up right now. This is what I'm going to spoon over them. But we've got to let them cook first and cool. Then we're going to pour this over them. Okay. So when you think about that, when you see women with aging spots, that's not aging spots. That's poor nutrition. If you see older people and they've got skinny fingers but they're swollen in the joints here, that's arthritis. If men drink throughout their life, liquor and stuff, and you see their bellies blown up or from drugs, that is the liver is swelling. The doctors and people won't notice it until the skin starts turning yellow, or unless they die, and then they find out. But that's what it is. We have back problems. That is because arthritis from the joints. It usually shows up in the hands first. Your liver, you'll have dark spots. That's liver. You know how older women get freckles? It's like women when they get pregnant, if they're not healthy, they get what you call a pregnancy mask, which is a B6 deficiency. And some women, when they get out of pregnancy, they never get rid of it, so they always look darker in the face. And if you want to know how your bones are, take a look at your teeth. How strong are your teeth? If you have cavities, you can imagine that's weak enamel. That's the bones. You can imagine what your bones and your hips and stuff look like. Or your back. That's the first signs right in your mouth there. If somebody hits you and you bruise easily, that's another sign. Vitamin C. You don't have enough vitamin C in your body. And if you eat the same thing all the time and you're not really being versatile in your eating habits, you'll get a lot of nutrients of one, but not enough of the other ones. This is why food have all the vitamins and minerals, but some, like beets, have a higher iron content, whereas oranges have a higher vitamin C content, where potassium is in bananas. So bananas have a higher potassium, but they also have the other things. They have the enzymes in them, they have the vitamins and the minerals and stuff. All of this you need. And the same thing, if you eat white rice, all what you're getting is starch, unless you add stocks and stuff to it to enrich it. You have the parboiled rice, they put some of the nutrients back in, but they don't put them all back in. But you sit there and eat brown rice, you're getting more, and you eat wild rice, well, you just got everything that it offers. The same thing with flours. Whole wheat flour is more nutritious than the white flour, because it's got that wheat germ ground into it, so you have it there for you. So, as you can see, it's just different combinations of food and stuff, and people don't know this. So if you keep on eating the same thing and you're not real versatile in your diet, you know in a matter of time you're going to deplete. And once it gets totally completed, the cells die. I can't bring them back. Nobody can bring them back. No matter what you take, it's not going to bring them back. They're gone. Only God can do that. Nobody else can. So, every day that you eat, you either decide you're going to build your health up, or are you tearing it down? It's your choice. It's everybody's choice. So, now we have to wait for these muffins, and we'll move right along. Okay, here they are. Now they want me to take them out, but I know they're too hot to take out right now. I'm going to leave them a few minutes and I'll be back, and we'll take these out, and then we'll pour the sticky syrup all over them to enjoy them. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes. I'm going to try to get them out. still a little hot. I'm gonna give them a couple more minutes. Okay, we're gonna try to get them out now. Yeah, they're ready to come out now. If they're hanging over the edge some, make sure you free them from it. You could have a problem. You try to pick them up on one side and you notice they're not quite coming up. Go around to make sure that it's free all the way around. As you see, that one did not want to come out. I told you these are sticky, but they're so good. You will not be sorry taking the extra time to make these, and your family will enjoy them tremendously. And there you are. I've already had these. I know how good they are. I don't have to try them. You will not be disappointed in these muffins. Take care and have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.